the way crude is moving and the way our prices for everything else is going up, will this be enough to give us that relief? For example, every day we're also seeing increase in gas prices, cooking gas, and even CNG. So that also has to be factored in. I mean, I can already see people reacting to our conversation saying, oh, they'll cut it here today and increase it elsewhere tomorrow.
No, I a fact that this is not something which is going to be any major impact on the inflation factor per se.
Yeah.
And then ultimately the end consumer will benefit overall. But certainly, as I said, this is a way going forward because we did not see any cut take place in the last 2 years, and this has become a cause of worry for a large number of economists, including the Reserve Bank of India, where the Reserve Bank of India governor was also pointing out in its monetary policy that we need to bring about a check on this. The main effect will come if we introduce the oil in the GST, which has been the mandate when the GST was introduced, but they did not do it then. Given the fact that the voting ratio which they have, the current running central government has over and above, which is the voting right in the framework of GST Council, they do have that framework where they can actually go about introducing it and shifting it to GST. If they do that, there would be a major impact, and people, almost to the tune of almost, I would say, about 50%, roughly speaking,
Yes.
would be there, and the people will get the relief not only in terms of the product prices which we buy from the market, whether it is vegetables or otherwise, or even the end consumer at the end of the day. And naturally, the companies also tend to benefit in their profitable ratios. So that will certainly impact. Unfortunately, we have the buffer, as I said, roughly about last 4 years, 5 lakh crores have been accumulated per year, meaning to about 20 to 20 lakh crores, which has been accumulated in the oil pool account, which we suggested way back in 89 when ND Tiwari implemented it. Right. And the government has the buffer. Secondly, we have foreign exchange reserve, huge foreign exchange reserves today, $640 billion, which is there with us, which clearly is a safeguard factor for us against any volatility which may be there. And also the rupee is under a strong stress to go up because of the foreign direct flows which are coming in. So that if the rupee appreciates, the effect of the oil prices, even in the international market, if it goes up, will be countered effect. Third, lastly, you see most oil, I would say about 98 to 99% of oil need of any country, including India, are purchased at pegged prices, forward traded prices, which are actually ranging between $55 a barrel to $65 a barrel. So in any case, these contract prices are for a range of 3 to 4 years.
Correct.
Now, given that, when we are buying large part of it from there, so there is no question of actually changing our prices on a day-to-day basis when the oil which actually is bought 3 months back comes into my petrol tank today.
Okay.
So after processing, shifting, moving in it.
Right. Let me. Fair enough. Let me try and put this in perspective with another data point that the research team has just pulled out. Just this year, Mr. Madhavan Narayanan, petrol prices have gone up by 26 rupees. So far, the reduction that happened because of the usual up and down that we see was only 5 rupees. So it went up by 26 rupees. The reduction was about 5 rupees, and now this announcement of another 5 rupees. Similarly, in diesel, it went up by about 24.5 rupees, 24.55. The cuts came down by about 10 rupees and another 10 rupees, which is happening now. So yes, maybe both of you, like as you say, not a significant one, but perhaps a lot more symbolic and messaging, especially in festival time. Yes, Madhavan.
I think it's very important, Tanvi, that petrol prices is essentially a middle class transport issue. Let's face it. It's not all pervading in the sense diesel is. So I would say that the diesel price cut is much more decent and significant because diesel has an across the board knock on effect on everything, especially vegetable prices and onion prices and stuff, which are both socially and politically more sensitive than, let's say, the kind of car rides that you and I have, or either in a two-wheeler or a car. So the diesel price hike is both socially and politically significant. Most important, it will give two positive impetuses. One is that it might stop manufacturers and traders from passing on some of the increased transport costs. This would have become inevitable had the prices excise not been cut. The other thing is this will also have a further impact on the RBI's monetary policy because RBIs can use this to hold back on any talk of an interest rate hike because bond yields that symbolize interest rate hikes are already, raring to go based on any inflation data. So this has a sort of a virtuous circle, at least for 6 months, which is sort of time enough for the government to manage itself politically, given the by-election results and the fact that they are heading into Punjab and UP. However, everything depends on how the world oil prices move. You can't be having the cake and eating it too. We have a budget coming up in about 3 months from now, so more or less. So we will watch this space, but it's a good elbow room for the government for the moment.